Yo guys, today we're going to be making bean and cheese toasties. So what we're going to need is a spoon, a knife, a plate, some cheese, a cup, optional if you want to monitor how much beans you have, 2 slices of bread, butter and a toaster. One, you're going to get your Lurpak spreadable lighter, optional what butter you use, it's just this one my family prefers. Bread, and then you're going to butter them. After buttering them, you put the buttered side on there. You're going to leave that one for later, but first we're going to put our cheese and beans on that. You have to have the buttered side on the toaster because you don't know how you... Right, it's just such a pain to get off if you don't do that. So that's a vital point in this process. Now, you're going to get your block of cheese and you're going to cut it or slice it or grate it however you want. Personally, I might go for a bit of a slice. It's kind of like however you want the consistency of your cheese to be. If you go for grated, then it's going to be a little light. And then if you go for like... slice, and it's going to like have more of a crunchy texture for your cheese, so that's what I'm going to go for. When cutting your cheese, you can't have it that thick because then it won't melt. You have to have it about that much and then you'll be ready. Then you're going to place your cheese onto your bread, making sure it goes all the way around. Sometimes I like to leave a little gap in the middle to put your beans in, so then it doesn't all squirt out at the end. But right now it seems I've not put enough cheese on, so I'm going to have to cut some more. Step 4's finished. Now, time to open the beans. So I like to use Heinz beans. Beans means Heinz. And I like to have this tin can opener because it just makes it easily accessible. And I can't do it with one hand, so... Right, this isn't going to work. I'll come back to you in a minute. So now, what you can either do is you pour your beans into here to get rid of all the juice. Nice and juicy, and then what you, or you can just leave the juice in there. Then you get a spoonful of beans, and then what you do is you place it in that hole of the cheese that you've just made. Now that actually isn't a lot of beans, so what you're gonna have to do is just make sure you just put. You could add as much as you want depending on how much big of a cheese and beans fan you are, depending on what kind of sandwich you want, and that's what you have to do for step 5. Okay, for step 7 you can add some more garnish of cheese if you want. Then you add your second piece of bread with the buttered side on top, place it down, turn your toaster on and squish it down. Okay, so keep checking up on it. So you can see the cheese oozing out of that, but you can tell by the bread that it's not actually done yet. As you can see guys, I might have cocked it up a bit, seeing as the cheese is coming out of the toaster. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. If you tell me that don't look nice, then you're obviously wrong, because it does. Like, the excess cheese just gets me excited. Okay, then what you do, you put your plate under the toaster, you knife it up. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I've cocked it up, lads. Okay, I sorted it out. Then, you do like that. And lift it onto your plate with all the excess cheese. And then, after you've had your dinner, you wash this. You leave this out because it's got a load of beans left, so you'll be alright. And then, your final step, cut it in half. And then... Why is there an ice cream van? Guys, I know I promised cake. That'll be next time. I was just peckish and I'm home alone, so I thought I might as well. See you guys later. Just look at that. Ez, what do you think? See, he wants it. Final prediction? What's it called? Final opinion. That it was very nice, apart from the crusty cheese, so I kind of crusted it up a bit too much, but 10 out of 10 would try it. My tutorial is pretty simple. I mean, if you don't know how to make a bean and cheese toastie, you're broke.